Hi, my name is Yadira Carlos, and I will be talking about what have I learned from the PowerPoint presentation made by Cristian Omar Torres about intonation. Well, as we have seen in previous activities, one way of highlighting information would be prominence. Another way of highlighting information in a conversation would be intonation. The way we say something may depend on various factors like gesture, facial expressions, voice quality, but usually one of the most important ones would be intonation. There's a common saying that says that it's not what you say, but how you say it, right? So, to understand intonation, we need to make a definition of what pitch is because pitch affects intonation. So, pitch would be the relative highness or lowness of one's voice. We can find four different levels of phonetic pitch in English. We have extra high, high, middle, and low. The extra high level obviously would be used when you want to express a strong emotion, such as surprise, enthusiasm, disbelief, etc. When you're having a normal conversation, the regular pitch would go from high to middle, right? So intonation involves the rising and falling of the voice, right? So when we want to choose the right intonation, or when we want to speak, it's very common that we focus the most part of the time in the correct choice of words, right? We are less conscious of intonation. However, intonation is a great factor that permits the speaker and the listener, to understand each other. However, there has to be like a common background between them so the message could be better understood. Obviously, we can find different kinds of intonation. We can classify them according to their grammar, and we can classify them according to the attitude. So, for example, in intonation with grammar, we can find that when you're making a declarative sentence, you would have a falling intonation. When you're making a WH question word, you would have a falling. A yes or no question, a raising one. Multiple interrogative, you can use both. Imperative falling, exclamation falling, and tag questions falling and raising, depending on what type of tag question are you using. In attitude, you can say that intonation it's a way of expressing attitude. And usually when you want to express attitude and you use the right intonation, you choose the right lexis, syntax, the pauses, the prominence, voice quality, everything will link together so the message that you want to send to the other person may be understood. Thanks for your attention.